Hey gamers, welcome to another video in my channel. And today I'm going to talk about the games that most impressed me in the last 10 years. Games released from 2015 to 2025. This is not the best games released in this period of time. It is just the ones that for some reason impressed me the most. Games that were even better than I expected. So, are you ready? Let's start. Red Dead Redemption 2. Influenced by my dad, I saw many western movies when I was a kid, being my favorite The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and I played a lot of Sunset Riders when I was a kid. Because I don't like open worlds that much, I never cared about this game. It was only influenced by many friends that I started playing last year, and it was a great gaming experience. This is a PlayStation 4 game, but the graphics are better than most of the PlayStation 5 games. The story is so good that I began loving and also hating some characters. I really felt I was in the game. We can do almost anything, change clothes, cut your hair, grow a beard. The interaction between the characters is so good. The voice acting is probably the best I ever saw in the video game. The primary and secondary missions are great. We can choose being a good or a bad guy to non-player characters through the game. That affects our reputation and the game ending. And I'm going to be honest, if this game in the future have 10 remakes and 10 remasters, I'm going to buy them all.
A pleasure as always, gentlemen. I think you have it from here.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Zelda is by far my favorite series, and I played and finished it all. Unfortunately, I didn't like Breath of the Wild when I first played, because I didn't have the feeling I was playing a Zelda game. I have the feeling I was playing a Skyrim with Link, and I dropped the game after 2 or 3 hours. And only in 2023, after 5 years of the game release, I gave the game a second try, and I'm very glad I did. I started playing with different mindset. I put in my mind that I was playing an open world game with a character who is similar to Link. I know it's stupid, but I have to do it to play it. Like any open world game, we have the main missions and the secondary missions. I take 110 hours to beat the game, but I was nowhere near of getting the 120 shines and the 900 seeds. Because the world map is huge, there is only 4 main dungeons, in this case the Divine Beast. The story is very lenient compared to previous games. Please, let me do a quick brief of the story. Ganon defeated all his opponents 100 years ago, and Link is sleeping like a baby all that time. For this, we can see he's not married or have any kids, because if I sleep 6 hours a day is a lucky day. And our mission is just to take possession of the 4 Divine Beasts and go to the castle and defeat Ganon. Serious, that's all we have to do. To take possession of the 4 Divine Beasts and go to the castle. But despite this simplicity, the game has so many side missions. Things to do, buy clothes, find weapons, hunting, cooking, that sometimes I played all day without advancing the story. And in my opinion, that's the strong point of the game. The world is beautiful and you have so much freedom. I fell in love with the open world and the freedom to go anywhere. I played for hours and hours without getting tired of the game, and I had so many surprises during my journey. I climbed, for example, at a random rock, and it wasn't a rock, it was a monster. I saw centaurs that I always avoid fighting because they were too strong for me. I found thieves, giants. At some point, I found the world so big that I was thinking to myself, I will never going to finish this game. Breath of the Wild is truly an amazing game. And it's one of the best games I've played in the past 10 or even 20 years. The world is gorgeous, the gameplay is great, it have one of the best soundtracks I ever heard in the video game. And it's worth every second I spent playing. And for any player who likes Zelda or not, in both cases, I recommend this game. Metroid Dread. I love the Metroid series, and yet my favorite one is still Fusion in the Game Boy Advance. I love this one too. When I start playing, I never thought the game would be so good. Yes, the enemies are frightening, always chasing us. But when we find a weapon that kills them, it's so satisfying to shoot them and kill them. The boss fights are one of the best I ever fought. Yes, I die many times until I found the right strategy to win, but again, it's very satisfying and rewarding to kill them. The game doesn't hold our hand. We are constantly lost, but if you played any previous games in the series, you can't think on that. And also, like the previous games, the more you explore the world, more updates you get, more energy, more weapons, more storage. To conclude, despite being a very difficult game, it's worth it. I lost many times, but I persisted because the story grabbed me, and I was always looking for power-ups. I know it's not a game for everyone, but in my opinion, it's one of the best games I played in recent years, and possibly in my top 5 Switch games.
To enter narrow passages with the morph ball. Move at high speed with the flash shift. Lock on.
Is 10 Nordics. I love RPGs, but I only started playing the Is series very recently. I bought the Is Origins for the Nintendo Switch, and I love it so much that I start playing and finish more games in this series. From all the games that I bought from this series, I finish it all. So far, the ones I played, there isn't a bad game. And one of my early games that I bought was Is 8, because all the reviews said it was the best. Honestly, I love it. I love it so much. But, and I know it is an unpopular opinion, I prefer this one, Is 10 Nordics. I love the relation between Adol and Karja, the Shield brothers, the puzzles that you need to do between the two, the power-ups, being able to switch between both anytime you want, navigate in the ship, updating the ship battles. I love it so much, this game. It was one of the best RPGs I ever played, and contrary to most players that claim that Is 8 is the best, this one surprised me a lot more.
Power of yours. Hone yourselves together, side by side.
You've got my back, right, Shield?
Resident Evil 2 Remake. The original Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games in the series, along with Code Veronica. And you want to know why this remake surprised me that much? Okay, let's do a quick review. Graphically, it's one of the best games in the series. The controls are perfect and flawless. The voice acting is very well done. The atmosphere is incredible. Claire is gorgeous. The terror and the fear playing this game is real. Remember, this is a survivor horror, not a third-person shooter like Resident Evil 4, 5 and 6 were. Even in the zones that we are safe, our heart almost jumps. The puzzles are very good. Please, think a little while playing. Do not go to YouTube to see how it's done, because that kills the magic of the game. This is one of the best games ever made, and undoubted the best game in the series. And to finish, because I'm a good person, I'm going to give you an advice. Play with diapers, because this game would make Achilles crack his pants. Space Marines 2. I love the Warhammer universe, and the first game I played in the series was Space Crusade and the Commodore Amiga. I love the Space Marines, the brutal kills, and it was only many years later that I bought and played Space Marines in the PlayStation 3, and I love it. The voice acting, the graphics were so faithful to the Warhammer universe. Again, the brutal kills, the gameplay. I lost count how many times I finished this game, and as everybody, I didn't expect a sequel at all. But 13 years later, a sequel was released, even bigger, better, and more brutal than the first one. And for my surprise, the game sold 7 million copies worldwide. 7 million. More than some Resident Evil games. A game that isn't that well known sold 7 million copies. And another sequel is in development. So if you never played this game, please go play it, because I'm sure you will not regret it. Street of Rage 4. I love the Street of Rage series, and I played non-stop for almost 3 decades. I still today play with my little son in co-op Street of Rage 1, 2 and 3, and it was with a great joy. that I saw the announcement of Street of Rage 4, and I love the game so much that I bought it for PC, PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. The Street of Rage series always been very praised because of the gameplay and music, and in both these departments this 4th installment doesn't disappoint at all, especially the gameplay, that is by far the best in the series, with more moves and combos at our disposal. And after the DLC Mr. X Nightmare, the game got even better, with new modes and 3 more playable characters, Max, Extel and Shiva. But from all the new mods, the Survivor is the most fun and addictive. I have more than 900 hours only in my Steam account because of this mod. It is so addictive and fun that I still play almost every week. You can call me nuts, but Street of Rage 4 is my second all-time favorite game, after Zelda Ocarina of Time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Another great side-scrolling beat-em up that I played non-stop. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles since I was a kid, and I went to see all the movies at the cinema, as well as I watched the 1987 cartoon every Saturday. I never miss a single episode. If my childhood friends ask me to go to the beach or to a swimming pool in the Saturday morning, I always ask my mom to record the episode, so I can watch it when I got home. I love Turtles in Time in the Super NES and the arcade game released in '89, and I was so happy, but so happy, when this game was announced. And that was made by the same team that gave us Street of Rage 4. I saw just from the trailer that the game would be great, especially to play in co-op with my son. Initially, we play with 6 characters, and after we finish the game, we unlock another one, Casey Jones. The game already got 2 DLCs, and now we can play with 11 characters, being one of them one of my favorite characters from the cartoon, Usagi Washimbo. Just as Street of Rage 4, this game have amazing gameplay and music. It doesn't have crazy combos such as Street of Rage 4. The gameplay is more simple, and personally I like that. The turtles, contrary to previous games, have difference in range, speed and power, as well as different moves and special moves. There are so many things that I love in this game. For example, April O'Neil have a great ass. What I mean was the character's design is very good. All the characters in the game have the same look as the TV series. We have a world map that I love. We have arcade mode, story mode, survival mode. It have many replay value. And this is one of those games that I'm going to play and finish at least 2 or 3 times every year. Spider-Man. I did a video very recently about this game. I love comic books and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I never played superhero games that much. I only played Spider-Man in the original Game Boy and Batman in my beloved Spectrum. But when I bought the PlayStation 5, the bundle I bought came with this game. And when I saw my son playing, by the way, I love you very much, my dear son, I thought this game looks great. The gameplay looks great. It have many missions and secondary missions. Peter, Mary Jane, Miles, the Spider-Man enemies, everything looks great. So I tried the game and I fell in love as soon as I started playing. Everything was so well done, so detailed. I love swinging with the webs across the roofs of New York City, and I love it so much that I spent almost a day just looking for backpacks. The voice acting surprised me a lot, the story is great, and in my humble opinion, being a fanatic Spider-Man fan, this is undoubted a 10/10 game for me. The Messenger. This game undoubtedly surprised me. I love ninja games since the 80s, and this is possibly my favorite ninja game, and I played the Shinobi and Ninja game series since I was a kid. But the gameplay, the music, are ninja that, contrary to other ninjas, is not fearless, but stupid and had no idea what is going on. The music is one of the best ever in any ninja game, and the gameplay is great. We die a lot because the bosses and some platform parts are super hard, but I didn't find that difficulty frustrating. The transition from 8 to 16-bit is very original, and please, if you didn't play this game, go and play it. It's available in all platforms. So that's it, gamers. Those are the games that impressed me the most in the last 10 years. Please, tell me in the comments yours too. As always, I hope you like this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.